All right, you guys. Let's talk about, or let's spend a little bit of time thinking about the skeletal and muscular systems, hey? Let's see what happens to them over time. Let me just put myself somewhere so I'm not in the way. Nope, what have I done? There we go. Maybe I'll pop myself down here. I'll be out of the way there. Okay, skeletal system. Right, so you know how in our bones we have bone marrow, and there are two types of bone marrow. There is red and yellow. And the yellow bone marrow is just fat, we store fat in our bones. And the other bone marrow is red. And the red bone marrow makes lots of cells, so including the cells that are in our blood. And there's also cells there that make bone. So what happens as you get older is that the stem cells that live in your bone tissue don't kind of make copies of themselves as well or as much, and also they don't turn into other cells as much. So yeah. So that means that we can, as people get older, is that you have a less number of osteoblasts hanging around your bones than you do osteoclast activity. So that should say clast activity. Osteoclast activity. There we go. I just fixed my mistake. Here we go. Which means that you're breaking down bone more than you are building bone. And that can be a bit of an issue, because normally what happens is that your bone tissue is constantly being remodeled, which means that over time you are absorbing bone and then laying down new bone. So you're always refreshing your bone tissue, but as you get older, you lay down less bone and you absorb more bone, which is a problem, because that means that your bones can become very brittle, and that means that if you fall down as you get older, you have more chance of breaking your bones. Right, so we also know that your cartilage also loses water and protein, so that's going to make a big difference to your joints. And the cells that actually make cartilage, they stop making copies of themselves. Yeah. So you're not making fresh cartilage all the time anymore. So we know that we have some connective tissue that is between your vertebrae. So those intervertebral discs, the middle part is really, it has quite a lot of water in it, and that keeps it like a nice cushion. And what happens over time is that middle part, or I think all of it, actually starts to lose water. So it becomes thinner and drier and stiffer. And we know that the skeletal system also includes tendons and ligaments. So over time, your tendons and ligaments lose the cells that make them up, and they also lose water, which means that your tendons and ligaments over time are going to have different mechanical properties, which means that it's much more likely for you as you get older to damage your tendon and your ligaments. All right, let's have a look at some pictures. Here we go. So this is this is the tendon. This is the tendon. This just shows you tendon. So these tendinites are cells that make the tendon extracellular matrix. So this just shows you that as you get older, you have less kind of tissue integrity, okay? And you have more fat as well, all right? And yeah, so that just means that what I was saying before is that an aging tendon is going to be not as flexible, not as strong as a younger tendon. All right, so let's have a look at some cartilage. These are human femurs. Look at that. This is your young normal cartilage. This is medial and lateral, I guess. Look at this. Woo! So if you're younger, you have, this is your cartilage here. As you can see, you have a nice thick layer of it because your chondrocytes are making copies of themselves because the chondrocytes are all down there. And so if you're getting older, you don't make as much cartilage, so you have less cushioning. Yeah. And then this is osteoarthritis. So this is a different thing. So this is a disease. And see there, you just lost it. You've just broken it. But normal development is this. You just have less chondrocytes. You lose cells. The cells make less copies of themselves, so it's going to result in tissue changes. Right. Let's look at muscles. Oh, sorry, we're still at skeletal. Okay. So this is an X-ray of a spine, and as you can, the vertex cervical column, and as you can see here, this is thoracic 12, lumbar 1. So it's all going all the way down. Can you see here? This is what your normal intervertebral disc should look like. So it's like a little cushion. And then look, this is what happens when your intervertebral discs start to deteriorate, and you can't do much about that. It just happens over time. If you exercise, you can slow down the deterioration. So exercise is about slowing down the deterioration for all of these systems. Can you see here how it's thinner and it's bulging out? And the other thing you have is that you have these little bits of bone that stick out. Yeah, so yeah. So keep your skeletal muscular system nice and healthy. Is the way to do that is to exercise. Right, and let's have a look at some cells in your bone. This is a younger bone. Can you see here you've got some cells, okay? And then this is what, and then an older bone, see the stem cell? The stem cell, you know, it normally should become certain population. So the stem cell will start making itself into a fat cell, or it actually will just stop. So this is a senescent stem cell. It'll just stop and just sit there and say, that's it, I'm stopped making copies of myself, I'm just going to sit here. And then these bone stem cells also going to turn into osteoblasts, okay? Oh, no, sorry. The stem cells don't make themselves into osteoblasts. So that means now you're going to have an imbalance. You're going to have more osteoclasts than you do osteoblasts because aging causes stem cells to stop differentiating into an osteoblast. Okay. Yeah, so stem cells just go, that's it. I'm only becoming a fat cell and I'm only just staying put. I'm no longer becoming an osteoblast. And so that's the consequences. Whereas normally the stem cell will become all the cells that you find in bone. It just refuses to become certain things. The stem cell in your bone refuses to make any more copies of itself and become certain things. It says, nah, that's it, I'm done. Right, let's look at our table again. This kind of helps me. I want you to add your own symbols here. What do you think is happening in the skeletal system? Do you think that we're losing cells? Do you think that we have any shrinkage of organs? Do you think that we lose our tissue integrity? Okay, so fill in this table as a nice exercise to summarize what we saw in the skeletal system. Right, let's move on to the muscular system. Right, so again, as you get older, you lose muscle cells. And the muscle cells that you don't lose actually become smaller in size. Okay, so you lose cells and the ones that you have left are smaller. The other thing that happens, just like in our bones, we start accumulating fat in our muscles. So because you're changing the number of cells in the muscle, you have less now and they're smaller, your muscle is not going to be as strong. And on top of that, when we have the myosin and actin, they no longer grab onto each other as much as they used to, okay? So remember when we looked at muscle contraction and you have those cross bridges and myosin grabs actin and pulls it? Well, those little binding sites are less as we get older. Yeah, so we have less muscle strength. Let's have a look at this picture, because sarcopenia means that we're losing muscle mass over time, okay? So as you get older, your muscles shrink, okay? Again, exercise will delay or slow down that process, okay? And then this is just kind of summarizes. Let's have a look here. I don't think you need to worry about myokines. So I guess the most important thing that I can see here, this is actually a muscle cell. And remember, a muscle cell is like a cylinder that has a whole bunch of little cylinders in it. And the little cylinders are myofibrils. So what you can see here is that there's going to be a change in, in the genetic component of the muscle. You have less number of muscle stem cells, so they decrease in number as we age. So muscles develop abnormalities in the mitochondria. So muscle contraction uses a lot of energy. And so if we have abnormality of mitochondria, then that means that we're not going to have as much energy for muscle contraction. Muscles, lower levels of autophagy. What's autophagy? Let me just double check. Sorry, I just had to double check that word. So it says here that old muscles undergo a lower level of autophagy. Now, autophagy is reusing old and damaged cell parts. Right, okay. So that means that if as your muscle gets older, there are going to be more old and damaged cell parts laying around. And that means that there's going to be an increase in protein laying around so old muscles have lots of protein in them because they are not using the old and damaged cell parts. They're not fixing those. So muscle repair is not as good. Gotcha. There it is. Gotcha. Right. Okay. So the ability to repair muscle is going to decline with age. Yeah. What does this say? Muscle stem cells. Yeah. So this says we have less stem cells. So we have less muscle cells. Yeah. And then this is about the mitochondria. Yeah. Very interesting, isn't it? Muscles. And I think I had another picture. Here we go. Oh, like I said before, this is a picture of a 40-year-old. Mind you, it's a triathlete, so it's not going to be extreme. But this is what happens when you don't move your muscles, or you don't use your muscles, particularly as an elderly person. You just start accumulating fat and you lose muscle cells. But that can be prevented by exercise. So the importance of exercise for the elderly. Yeah, very important. All right. Well, I think, and this is our table. Let's just have a look at that. So what I thought was certainly in the muscular system, we are losing muscle cells. Our muscles shrink, and because we can't repair them as well, then wherever you lose cells, you're going to lose the integrity of the tissue. So that's going to produce weaker muscles. So yeah. All right. I'll let you catch up on your notes.